Tonight, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Lamar Jackson and the Houston Texans versus Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Bridgewater on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a second down and 6. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Bridgewater. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 74 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater, throw left side, complete. That's Patterson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. This one left side caught by Patterson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, this from 37. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week: 15 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 39, Jackson. He finds McKinnon, complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game you play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now Jackson on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Chase. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down, McKinnon. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Oh, we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
On second down, it's Patterson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Patterson on the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Bridgewater. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Bridgewater's throw there taken in by Smith.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Fournette, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Boyle here.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now it's Jackson.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Jamar Chase
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 14-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On play action, it's Bridgewater.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. To the air again with Bridgewater. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And that's complete to Adams. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute, look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. As far as the early games go in that 1 o'clock window, we'll be focused on that game in Nashville. A big one for the Titans, as they'll take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this week 3 matchup. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Jackson now. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't don't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Eddie Goldman, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Third down, Bridgewater. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Penei Sewell, the 7th overall pick, hit with a penalty there. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Patterson. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Ross on the return. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now carry there for Fournette as he's able to work his way for a gain of about 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Bridgewater. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice gain. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, Patterson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They run with Patterson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in here by Chase.
was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, to tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Jackson on 1st down, forced out to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Jackson. Dancing to his left. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson to throw.
They'll roll him out right, and he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Fournette running out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A handoff to Fournette. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Extra point from McManus is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Bridgewater and the Panthers now. Down 28-21. A little over 30 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. Pass complete. It's Adams. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. Bridgewater to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Texans, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.